Hello, my name is Bryce Tubbs. With me today is Heather Elliott. She's a life coach at Heather Elliott, and I'm extremely excited to be able to share her story with you today. And I cannot wait to see what valuable, piece of information we can learn today. And thank you so much for coming to the show today, Heather.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And for those who are watching, and before we go any further, if you're watching this from any location that is outside of our free community, I just want to personally invite you inside. It's taken a very long time to be able to cultivate such a positive, like-minded group of people that want what's best for every new member. So if that's you, go on ahead and click on the link either above or below the video. Come and join us inside, especially in these kind of displaced times we're in. Now, Heather, what was life like before you got into coaching, and what was the catalyst that brought you into the space?
Well, before coaching, I was a commercial real estate appraiser. It's a mainly male-dominated industry, all left-brain thinkers. And after doing that for 11 years, I decided that I wanted to work with people who were more well-rounded individuals, more creative, instead of all fact-finding and logical thinkers. And that's how I got into coaching.
Let me ask you this question. So what problem are people generally trying to solve when they start working with you?
Usually it's feeling stuck in life. I work mainly with divorced women who are feeling defeated by life. So I help them create a more joyful and empowered future by trying to find a different perspective, because a lot of the time we create our reality based on how we view the world through our limited perceptions. And so it's a matter of just seeing things in a different light.
Nice. Right now we're kind of in this time where some people are in quarantine, some people are leaving, some people are coming back in. But quarantine doesn't necessarily have to be like a negative thing. Can you maybe talk about what's the biggest takeaway you've had from this quarantine time period?
Family, community, and just realizing the simple things in life that are so very important that you can be grateful for.
Yes. Actually, that's a good point. Can you talk about maybe what's one cool thing you like to do to relax that's maybe creative?
Well, I definitely like to bake with my daughter, and I definitely like to read. Mostly it's self-help books and stuff to broaden my mind.
Nice. What is your favorite thing to bake?
Oh gosh, anything with sugar in it.
Ooh, what's the hardest thing to bake?
Oh, well, I don't know if this is baking, but making fudge. I've never been able to be a successful fudge maker.
I was expecting to say like one of those souffles where if you don't put it in the right time period or the right temperature, then it just sinks. That's interesting. Yeah, I've been on one of these kind of really focused eating plans for the last year. So I was able to have, what was it? It was some kind of like brownie thing. I was like, oh my gosh, it was so great. So, I just love sugar, especially like right now. Maybe do you have any good self-help books to recommend?
Well, right now I'm reading The Neville Reader, which is pretty great. Yehuda Berg is another one of my favorite authors. Gosh, now that I'm put on the spot, I can't think of anything else, but there's a lot of books out there that are great.
Nice. The book that you were just talking about, can you maybe what was your favorite chapter in the book or favorite quote or something?
The Neville Reader?
Yeah.
It's kind of goes back to what I was saying about perception. What we visualize, we can actually materialize in the real world. And so if you're constantly looking or focusing on the negative, you're going to manifest more of that. So it's that book is a lot about stories, and it's an old book. They rewrote it, but it's a compilation of Neville's other books that he wrote, I think, in the 50s and 60s. But So it's about focusing on what you want instead of what you don't want.
Mm. That's really cool, actually. I'm always trying to learn more about like attracting good things into my life. Maybe if I was trying to do that, what would be the first thing that I should do? Maybe just start. Do I draw stuff out on a piece of paper? Do I start thinking about it in my mind, or what's the first step to really visualizing it?
Well, what I've learned is that you pretend like you already have it, and what feelings come to mind when you are visualizing it, like at the end point, what you wanted. Don't forget about everything and how to get there, but how do you feel when you finally have that, and pretend like you have it now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's actually really, really important. That's actually really cool that you said that. Wow. That's probably really basic for you, but it's like it's always great to be able to remember like those cool things. Now,
Yeah.
let me ask you this question. So we're just talking about visualizing. Maybe you don't have to talk about your whole life, but what's the vision look like for you for as far down the road as maybe like to think or talk about?
Well, my vision is to reach as many people as possible, so maybe they don't have to struggle as much as I did. Um, I went through a divorce with a narcissistic husband, have two children that have had emotional issues because of it. And if you take on a different perspective and actually respect yourself, and not become the victim, you can do so much more, and help others as well. Once you realize that you can't give what you don't know, but as soon as you figure those things out, you're able to help other people as well.
Yeah, that's a great point. Thank you for doing the work that you do. I really appreciate it. People need this right now.
Thank you, Bryce.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Let me ask you this question. So, part of our vision and part of, our journey in life is how we measure milestones, and oftentimes people use the word success, but I think that means something different to everybody. What does the word success mean to you?
Well, for me, it just means living a fulfilled and joyful life. That's what success really is for me. Very simple.
Nice. Yeah, that's really good. It wasn't until like the last couple of years when it was like, once I really got settled into coaching that I was able to just kind of relax and be free. And when everybody was talking about like the world, like what's happening on the world, it's like there's so many people that are hurting right now, and I'm so glad that coaching is finally seen as a viable way for people to like feel better in their life and really start to go within themselves. So it's like it's so cool that we have this opportunity. Let me ask you this question. So where can people go to learn more about you, and where can they go to connect with you further?
Well, I have my LinkedIn profile, and I also have a web page. It's heatheraelliott.com.
Nice. Can you spell out the name for people who are doing it podcast auditory only?
Yeah, it's Heather, HeatherAelliott.com.
Nice. Are you working on anything new? Like I think before we are talking about you do coaching. Do you have any slots open if someone wants to learn about working with you?
Yes, I actually have some openings right now.
Nice. Yeah, so if you guys are looking for someone to really help you out, and you've just been stuck, why don't you go and just either go to her website or maybe go send her a message on LinkedIn and see about, working with her. And let me ask you this question. So have you ever thought about maybe writing a book in the future, or, maybe do you have one inside of you that you just haven't unleashed yet?
Yeah, actually, I started one last year. I am still halfway through it, though. Still have about 50% more to go.
Nice. Well, that's pretty fast, actually. Some people take like 3 years to like complete it. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I was on a roll there for a while, and it kind of dropped off, so I got to get back on it.
That's okay. You'll get on it.
Thanks.
Or you'll get on it when it's at the appointed time, right? So that'll be
Yeah, right?
Yeah. It's funny how that like just flows, you know? But thank you so much for your time today and really just spending some time and, you know, getting to know us better.
Thanks, Bryce. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. And, you know, for those watching, we thoroughly hope that you found this valuable and, you know, fun. Now, once again, if you're feeling displaced or your social structure is kind of broken down, you know, why don't you come and join us inside of our free community by clicking the link either above or below the video and just joining us inside of our free Facebook community. It's taken a really, really, really long time to be able to cultivate such a positive group of people who actually want what's like, you know, best for us. So if that's you and you want to come and join our mastermind, come ahead and click on the link either above or below the video. We'd love to see you in there and connect with you further. Now, hopefully you enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed creating it. Feel free to hit the share button so other people can get some great value as well. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. We're done recording in 3 and 2 and 1.